The Beer Brothers is a comedy podcast where two dumb babies related by blood grew up and now review beers for you, the people. You can drink along if you'd like, but maybe don't do it in your car on the way to work. Drink responsibly. At home. In the dark.
Welcome to another fantastic episode of The Beer Brothers. You are on episode number 21, and if you're still with us, God bless your soul. We got a fun-filled episode today.
Yes, we do.
Fun-filled.
I don't know that. I just say
Actually, yeah, he doesn't know that. It could be
no
total
idea.
shit. Total, absolute shit. I do know that we have some good beers ready to try out today. The content's going to be questionable.
No matter how bad we suck, at least there's the beers.
The beer section is for you, the people. So, here we are, episode 21. I'm Cody.
I'm Micah.
And let's get started.
This is the Beer Brothers.
Oh, yeah, this is the Beer Brothers. You're right.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's been a long day already.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I woke up this morning. I was supposed to have a phone interview for this other job.
Okay.
And I scheduled it. I double-checked the schedule of it like 4 times.
You fucked it up, didn't you?
What?
You didn't show up.
No, I was awake and ready for this phone interview. They were supposed to call me, and I waited. And it said it can be up to 10 minutes, prior to the start time because of previous interviews. But I was like, it's 7 in the morning. I'm probably the first fucking one. There's no way.
Yeah.
It gets about 15 minutes in. I have no contact, no one to call, no number. So I just emailed the thing that said to email if I needed to change the number. I was like, hey,
a lot of
it's
excuses.
about 17 minutes in, and no one has contacted me. And if this is supposed to go on for now, I eventually do have to go to work. So I was like, I probably just need to reschedule at this point. And then someone calls me at 8:05. So they call me an hour later, acting like that was the right time for the interview. Whatever. And I was pissed. I was fucking pissed. Then I get to work, get this breakfast sandwich. It was kind of weird.
What'd you get?
Oh, it was just like a bacon, egg, and cheese from this place I always get it from, but the egg was like rubber today. It was weird. It was just a weird day. Nothing went right for me today.
They forgot to take the plastic out of the cheese, and they just coated your eggs.
So everything was just off. It's been a fucking day.
Fucking Monday, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're recording this on Monday. Usually we do Sundays.
Yeah, so if we just seem angry, it's because
Monday,
we normally record this at the end of the weekend, not the beginning of the work week.
It is. It
Dicks.
is.
Sorry, my rant's over. What were you going to say? You have anything funny to say?
No, I had something about like a Czech circus orgy that you were in or something, but we'll just leave that for
We've already done that. You
did. I mean,
Sex circus.
Like the clown type though. That's all clowns.
Yeah, the other one. Remember, I said that
you were the ringleader, and you had the whip.
Yeah, and there was like clowns. They only had their big shoes on, and they were running around in circles.
Still funny. Anyway,
if you haven't heard the bit before, there it is now.
Go back to episode 4. I don't even know.
Yeah,
it's whatever at this point. No, I was gonna say I ordered something weird the other day at a pizza place. Okay. It wasn't super weird. It was pretty tasty though. Mm-hmm. It was chicken and waffle pizza.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I didn't want to order it because it was dinner time. I was like, but I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna go for it. And it had had a little piece of waffle, Eggo waffles. It wasn't like they were making their own. It had Eggo waffles.
It wasn't even like Belgian waffles or anything yummy.
No, but hear me out.
Okay.
Instead
Eggo waffles
of
are
sauce,
good. I like Eggo waffles. Don't get me wrong.
Instead of sauce, it had like a butter base. Still had cheese. Still had chicken, and they used like maple syrup drizzle, and then they cracked an egg in the middle of it before they sent it through, so it comes out like over medium.
Ooh,
a little runny, and that thing was money, dude.
Where was this?
It was at Saunders Ferry Pizza, Hendersonville, Tennessee.
What?
Anyway, yeah,
that's their hot chicken pizza. I mean, their chicken waffle pizza.
Yeah, and if you're nice, you could probably be like, hey, put hot chicken on instead of the just regular chicken.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Dude,
Real good.
I got to do that next time.
Yeah.
That sounds super. I love hot chicken and waffles.
Pretty yummy. It's pretty yummy. It's approved. Anyway, we can get into this first beer. Let's go. Nothing weird today.
Okay, yeah. Hold on.
Let me snort this line of Coke.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Yeah. Do my allergies.
Woo! Now I'm ready.
My allergies are going crazy, so if I sound pretty weird, that's what that is. Today's first beer is from Jackalope Brewing. Glad to have them back on again. This is their Sarca Pilsner. It is a 4.8% Pilsner. Simple. You don't really need to know that much, but they do have a description here on the can. The warrior Sarca tied herself to a tree, cried to her foes, "Help, come set me free." Feeling heroic, they loosened her ropes. In thanks she poured mead, and they drank it, the dopes. Suddenly drowsy, they fell fast asleep, and stone-cold Miss Sarca made 'em dead meat. This Pilsner's no trick, but a treat for your thirst. As cool and as crafty as Sarca the First.
Yeah.
I almost fucked up the word crafty. So there was no description of the actual beer on that.
It is a Pilsner.
I'm going to pause and look it up. Okay, and while they had a fun description there on the can, fortunately they have a description of the actual tasting notes and everything here on their website. So what is Sarca? A balanced blend of sweet, biscuity malt and noble hops. This beer is perfect to enjoy with friends. Its beautiful golden yellow color is inviting in itself, but the real prize is in the glass. A classic example of Bohemian-style Pilsner. And then we said this before, it's a 4.8, and it has 30 on the IBU scale.
Yeah, it's got a punch to it. I guess Pilsner, we've been ruined in America by Pilsner because it's like Budweiser, Miller Lite, blah, blah, blah.
That's true.
All those things. So I don't really even know what a real full Pilsner should taste like. I mean, I think this is it.
This is pretty full-bodied in flavor. Like, we opened it up, the first sip, we both went, this is bright.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's very golden yellow, like a bright yellow in color. It's a little hazy, but not too much. Just a little foggy, really, I think.
Yeah, no, it's not even hazy.
It's pretty clear.
It's transparent.
I take that back. It's pretty clear. I think it's just a very...
The glass is
bubbly.
cold.
Okay, yeah. It was a very cold one. Then, so really golden, really clear looking. Got a lot of flavor. Just on top of that little fun poem, the namesake of the beer was named after the Bohemian warrior Sarca and her rebel maidens who ambushed a group of soldiers after tricking them into drinking mead that made them fall asleep. So I guess that was a real myth. Well, maybe a myth, still a legend of sorts, but based on a Bohemian warrior. So
here's what
cool.
I'm gonna send you on a journey here with this beer.
Okay.
Ready? I want you to imagine that you sat down and you've ordered this beer and it comes out, and then right next to it, a big old juicy New York strip steak comes out, still hot, still sizzling, and it's got a little side of broccoli and some baked potato, and you slice it, and kind of run the steak through all the juices that flow out. You take a bite, and then you take a big guzzle of this beer, and it is just satisfying. Like
maybe a little steak confit.
Yeah, exactly. This is very crackery. It is a little bitter. The IBUs.
Yeah.
I mean,
The IBUs give it that little bit of like a dry hop bite.
Yeah.
Biscuity was the word they used. That's a good word for it. Crackery is also kind of a good word it's kind of in the same bouquet of flavors there, I'd say. Those two words kind of go hand in hand most of the time.
Yeah, but this thing it's good. I really like it. And like I said, it's Pilsner most of the time has at least what we've been used to with like Budweiser. There's always this kind of weird sweetness in in an economy Pilsner.
I don't know.
Put it that way.
I don't know if I agree.
Like a back end. There's like a weird back end thing going on.
Oh yeah,
you know
it's like
a
weird weedy aftertaste that doesn't feel normal.
Right. This does not have that. It does have more of a bitterness back end, which is fine. It's a brighter flavor. So
yeah, agreed.
Anyway.
I like this a lot though. It's pretty easy drinking. I would definitely drink more than one of these, and I think that's the point, which is great. So basically, a beer you can really go down on pretty hard. And what? What did he say? Not really get tired of it. I wouldn't get tired of this beer at all. It's fantastic. Jackalope just keeps kind of impressing me with everything they come out with. they don't come out with like a crazy. Some breweries do a ridiculous amount of beers and flavors, and they're always doing something. And they definitely do some small batch. They did like a peach thing the other day, where they had like the peach truck come in, and they did several different peach ales, like their ales, but peach renditions of them. I think including like their brown ales and Thunder Ale. I think they had a few. And this one, I think they did a Sarca peach. So they did some infusions, but those are just at the brewery. Right. As far as what they can, they're very intentional about when they can a beer. And so they don't have a huge selection, but all of those canned beers are really fucking good because they're very, very intentional about what they put out.
I think I would rather have a brewery give me a lot of good beer. Like, not a lot, sorry. Like, a lot that they're like, hey, here's a can.
Yeah, like, this is what we felt like this is worth mass producing.
Right. Versus, we're going to give you a lot of weird, wild flavors, and they might not be that well executed because they're rushed.
Yeah, I kind of like it both ways, though. I like the breweries that do it because then you get a lot of crazy shit you might never try, and then I love breweries like Jackalope that are very intentional because that means that anytime they come out with a new beer, you're probably going to want to get your hands on it. They're based out of Nashville, Tennessee, hometown brewery. They're pretty awesome. They're kind of one of the big dogs in town now, but they are always putting out good stuff.
Sarca's a sneaky bitch.
Yeah.
No disgrace.
Vixen.
Yeah, Vixen. Sorry. Let's not be disrespectful. Anyway, okay. Here we go. Spoiler free. We're going to do the movie review. Little Beer Brothers review. I have not seen this movie yet, but I'm very interested. Micah saw it recently. Yes. And we'll let him describe some of the goodness that has come from this.
So, I'm going to give you my mini review. Spoiler-free mini review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino. It's one of his films. Technically, it's his 10th. He considers it his 9th because he considers Kill Bill 1 and 2 to be one film, which is weird.
I just rolled my eyes, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. No,
it's like, come on, man. They're two movies. They're great. They're both great.
I don't know why we're being all technical on that, but that's just how he sees it. Like, he's like, I'm all about 10. He's doing the next Star Trek movie, which is kind of weird.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great, but, I mean, it won't be anything like his other stuff at all.
What if it just had obscene gore and violence?
Obscene ultra-violence at the end.
You're like, what? Picard.
Just Chris Pine getting ripped in half.
and copious amounts of blood.
Yeah. Spock's just standing there getting blood sprayed on him.
36 gallons of blood comes out of Chris Pine's body.
Yeah. Spock's just, okay. Yes.
Got it.
Well, it had to be, I guess. Anyways, no, this movie is very controversial. That's it's not really a spoiler, I guess, but it's the only, information I'll give you about his typical grandiose third acts. It's very controversial. And you'll see why when you watch the film. I personally quite enjoyed it.
Hold on. We have security going on.
We got, who's here? Who is it? Tell me who it is. Is it Greg again? I told him not to come back here.
So he's coming here with his wily beard hairs.
Greg's my neighbor who just kicks my door from time to time with his shirt off and starts pinching his nipples real hard and yelling, "Hoot Nanny!" Greg, "Hoot Nanny! Hoot Nanny!" Django hates jorts. Greg. Django hates it. I'm wearing some jorts today. Yep. Cutoffs. Anyways, back to my sort of film review, I guess. Anyways, I'm a big film lover. Always have been. Went to film school. So for me, this movie is kind of like filmmakers porn a little bit. There's a lot of notes to Hollywood, old Hollywood filmmaking techniques, all of that stuff. If you don't want to see Brad Pitt looking like a badass driving around LA for like 2 hours, then probably don't go see the movie. There's a lot of that, but I will say 2 of my biggest takeaways for this, or I'll give you a few big takeaways. Brad Pitt, probably one of the coolest fucking characters he's ever played. I mean, it's a fucking badass character. A little controversial. There's some stuff in there about why, and you'll see why he's a little controversial.
I think Tyler Durst was like his coolest.
Tyler Durst. Fred Durst's brother, Tyler Durst.
Right?
Durden. Tyler Durden.
Durden? Oh, I forgot. I haven't watched him forever.
Yeah. And his new band.
Hard Biscuit.
Soggy Biscuit. Anyways.
Tyler Durden. Durden.
Tyler Durden. No, that's a badass character, but that character's like that character's a little pretentious cool.
Okay.
This character's he's just a stuntman in Hollywood that lives in a trailer outside of a movie park, like outside of a drive-in, and he's
humble
just like
cool.
Yeah, a little humble cool, a little fucked up. You'll see why. He's controversial, but that controversy makes him, and this is what I want people to think if they're going to go into this. The controversy of the character, and you'll see it's just one of his pieces of backstory. Some people don't love it. I was fine with it. And some people are like, it's unnecessary, but to me, it built a tension about the character that anytime he was about to get into something, that he could be insanely dangerous.
Ooh.
And so I think that's something to keep in mind. Also, if you haven't read up on the Sharon Tate murders that happened back in 1969, it was considered the end of an era, the end of the 60s, and by the Manson family, and it is brutal. I definitely suggest reading up on that before you go in so you have some comparison to what happens in this film.
Was it a family? It was really like Manson and a couple of followers.
No, he didn't do it at all. He had them go. They were considered the Manson family.
Oh, okay.
It was two girls, or it was a group of
2 girls,
4.
1 cup. Yep.
2 girls, 1 2 girls, 1 knife.
God.
Sorry, fucked up.
Oh, that was don't edit it. I want it in there.
I'm gonna keep it in. That's fine.
Go ahead.
But anyway, so yeah, definitely read up on that. I will say, like, Brad Pitt's character, the controversy, just think about it being important because it does build a tension about his character. He's he's a wild card. You never know what he's gonna do. But it's a cool character. He's kind of a badass in the film. My girlfriend was like, I never was into Brad Pitt or thought he was cool, but he's pretty hot in this movie. He's badass. I was like, I know.
Damn you, Brad
He's 55
Pitt.
and he takes his shirt off in the movie. He's fucking ripped, and you're like, how? You're 55 years old and you still have like a 30-year-old body. It's ridiculous.
No, his body still looks like it did in 1999.
Yeah, it's insane. He's an ageless wonder.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Looking all.
Anyways, no, he was great in the movie. Leo, fantastic acting throughout the movie. He's an actor playing an actor who's playing several parts. So he's constantly doing several different things throughout the movie. It's great. He has some incredibly well done scenes. Some of the best scenes in the movie, acting wise, are him. And he's also hilarious. He's like one of the funniest characters in the whole movie. So he's really good. Like I said, definitely look into the Sharon Tate murders and everything. But 2 of my biggest takeaways, outside of like the acting stuff, one of the best movie soundtracks I've ever heard. Especially with like Brad Pitt driving around LA, it's just switching between these badass 60s anthems the whole time. It's awesome. Best audio editing I've ever experienced in a film. Like, you're just listening to all these transitions between commercials and radio, and then they actually do a lot with just the general audio of like background noise on movie sets, and you're insanely the whole time you're like, my ears are loving everything that is happening. It's great. Highly suggest it. It's a long film, so be ready to strap in for about 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Here's the thing, is that I'm glad that you've talked about it, just being someone that's a film student and whatever, and kind of give your appreciation of it, because I feel like people that maybe have not watched a lot of Quentin Tarantino films, like, I saw somebody who was like, it was terrible. It was garbage. I was like, first of all, do you know what you're watching?
Yeah, they don't.
and I'm not saying that to be like, I don't know, just elitist or something, but Quentin Tarantino does a lot of oddball things. That's his thing. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to do what I want. He does stuff
that's over the top on purpose, and you just accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
I will say, I feel like people that are like, I hated it, are the people who either just want to have the different opinion or people that already hate Tarantino and just want to hate on everything he does. That's most of what I've seen from the people who didn't like it. Anybody who's like me, that I am a fan, but I'm not such a diehard that I'm going to be an apologist. Mm-hmm. I did like the movie. I see the controversy. I'm willing to look past the controversy because of everything. There's a lot of other layers to that controversy that you need to kind of understand and think about. It's not worth just painting with one broad brush. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, Django. How controversial is Django?
Very controversial.
All the N-word
Very
stuff.
Controversial.
I mean, how many times? Like,
I love that
freaking
movie.
150 times.
It's a great movie, though. In my opinion, some people don't love it, and that's fine. Yeah, everybody has their opinion, but like, don't just hate on it because you hate the dude. Like, watch it with an open mind. It's a little fucked up, but watch it with an open mind. Okay. Anyways, and there's some fantastic acting just throughout. There's so many characters and different random movie stars and people that show up in this thing. It's badass. But my girlfriend, she's not a Tarantino fan. She's never seen a Tarantino film before because she doesn't watch movies. She does not love ultraviolence. She closed her eyes through a lot of that third act because I told her to, because I know her and she'll be thinking about it. She would be thinking about it right now if she had seen it. Yeah, some of it, because I'm telling you, it's some of the most fucked up shit I've ever seen in a movie.
I'm the bad person that's like, I'm gonna let my friend, obviously, that would gag. Like,
watch it. Yes.
Watch all this.
Well, this is my girlfriend. I can't do that. Anyways, unless I was just willing to lose my entire relationship over something so silly.
I mean, you can just be like, hey, it's gonna be rough.
I told her. She looked up the end. She knew what was coming. She was like, it's still pretty fucked up. She saw something and she was like, that's pretty fucked up.
Lauren, I'd let you watch.
Lauren, he's a bad friend. Don't go to the movies with Cody. But she actually liked the film a lot, and we've been talking about. It's one of those films you talk about for a while. There's a lot of stuff going on, which is always a good note. So that's my kind of mini review about the film.
You should go see it, especially if you're going on a date and you want to be able to talk about a film afterwards. Maybe not, but I don't know.
Unless you know that date would not be into anything with like ultra violence or, fucked up, abuse sort of things. Like I said, read up on the Sharon Tate murder stuff, and if you feel like your date wouldn't be okay with anything involving that or surrounding any of that, it's not even the point of the movie. Everybody's acting like it's the whole background of the movie. It's not. It's just a bunch of things, and then that's almost a side note.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like,
everything that happens leads into it, but that's not the main story. The main story is the two characters, is Leo and Brad.
Yeah.
It's a buddy film, and it's awesome. They are so good on screen together. It's crazy.
If you're dating with a purpose, you're going to find out a lot about that person.
That's
you go
true.
to that movie.
That's true. If you like it and they don't, then maybe
it's not meant to be.
It's not meant to be.
Next beer.
Let's do it.
Our next beer is by a brewery that we've tried on here before, Monday Night Brewing. They're going to be one of my favorites. I really like these guys.
Yeah.
This beer tonight, not today,
they're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Real quick, just gonna point that out.
Sorry, out of Atlanta.
There you go.
Is the Slap Fight IPA. It says this is from their website. It's not written on their can. I'm not super mad about it. It does say fresh, dank, and juicy though, so that gives you a little preview. Of what you're gonna get.
I like that. That would get me in.
Yeah, fresh, dank, juicy sounds good.
Was this a 5.8? Is that right?
Yeah, 5.8. It says Slap Fight will woo you in with a West Coast style malt bill, but slaps you across the face with its tropical hop profile. Light in body, heavy in character, this IPA features Munich and Crystal Pale malts for a clean, rich mouthfeel. Comet, Equinox, and Mosaic hops lend a pungent herbal aroma. And there's an ice cream truck outside, which I don't know if you can hear that in this moment.
It's playing this like pop song. It's like,
but it got really creepy. I'm going to give you an audio experience of the ice cream truck. Here it is. Ready? That's just what happened at the window.
It was really weird. It sounded like several cats.
Yeah, several. Okay, sorry. Comic. Equinox and Mosaic hops lend a pungent herbal aroma peppered with hints of papaya, orange, and grapefruit. Present this beer to a friend. If he does not drink it immediately, slap him as hard as you can. Repeat.
Nice.
There it is. 1 sec. Let me try this sucker.
Yeah.
Amber in color. It is. Let me look at the glass. I would, on a transparency level, I'd say it's 70% transparent. A little hazy. Just slightly. Quite a bitter note on the back end. A little bitter, but a great IPA.
Yeah, overall. It's really smooth, full mouthfeel. I know that's a weird phrase, mouthfeel. But I don't know if you get what I'm saying there, but like when you first swallow it, it feels like almost velvety a little, and then it goes down, and then you get the bite on the back end. You're getting a lot of the fruit on the front. It's a little thick feeling on like when it's in your mouth, and then you get it down, and it's,
I don't like any.
And it's just all penis jokes. Sorry.
Oh, we gotta edit that part out.
No, yeah, no.
We don't want the beer people being like, "Oh, our beer tastes like a penis in your mouth."
No. I'm leaving it in.
Leave it in.
Leave it in because it was an accident, okay? I wasn't saying it.
Freudian slip.
I didn't say it tasted like a penis in your mouth. It felt like... No. Anyways, all dick jokes aside. Yeah, when you first take a sip of it, it feels very full. And then you get it down, you get that back end bite. It's actually not a super full beer, being at a 5.8, but it has that feel of it on the front end. You can't get over it. It's done. I've ruined it.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. It's good.
It's great.
It's great. Slap fight with penises. Sorry. It's gonna cute. Dude, stop. Django got caught.
Slap. I'm sorry. You said slap fight. No.
Literally.
After the last part was 2 dicks.
Stop. I've ruined this. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Monday night, please don't be mad at us. It's a good beer. I fucked up. This is my fault. I said too many weird things.
Yeah,
because your beer was so good, it got me horny.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, shit.
I can't breathe.
So, yeah, drink Slap Fight. It'll get you horny. It's a pretty great golden color, a little hazy. You can't get over it. The dog's fucking with him.
He said, I thought it was like, drink Slap Fight. You want to know, it looks like 2 dicks slapping each other.
I don't think anybody will understand what you just said. God, it's hot as fuck in here. Okay.
All right, time out. No. Okay, we gotta gain control. Okay. All right, let's assess this.
Let's re-review. Let's re-review.
Do this one beer.
Moment. Let me sip it. It's done. I can't.
Slap Fight. Sincerely, I apologize because this is not how this review is supposed to go. But Micah said a lot of things that sounded like fellatio.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Everyone loves a good penis joke. So I'm sorry that I said some things and then we realized it. He brought it up.
Here's what I'm going to tell you right now.
It's a good fucking beer.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. It's good.
This is what I'm going to tell you to cleanse the palate of the 2 penises fighting in your mouth. Okay. Here it is. Sorry. Is. All right. This tastes like you had a piece of grapefruit and you had a piece of honeydew and you bit the 2 together, and that is the flavor you get from this beer. It is actually very refreshing and very clean. It has a bitter back end, which you get from the grapefruit. And ultimately, this is a great IPA. So I apologize for the terrible 12-year-old jokes that run through our minds on this podcast. But this is a fantastic beer.
It's 2 brothers. What do you want us to do? It's going to fucking happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
What was the IBU count on that?
Oh, I did not see the IBU count, actually. Okay. Hold on. IBU for this is 58 IBUs.
Okay, yeah, so we've gone up a little bit.
Little bitter, a little more bitter than the last, but
yeah.
Like I said, grapefruit,
but that's not an overwhelming
together.
Number. That's
good stuff.
Yes. Okay, do you have a bit, or was that the whole bit?
No, that was not the whole bit.
Oh, okay.
Damn, that was funny. That was anyway, okay. So I didn't know if you had seen any of the Comic-Con stuff that's coming out.
I was too busy going to WWE, dude.
Well, we can talk about WWE. We can have a free segment. We don't have to stay on the schedule.
That's fine.
You could tell me about your WWE. I would love to hear, actually, about your experience at WWE.
Well, I'll do that real quick, because it won't be long.
Sure. We spent a long time talking about 2 dicks fighting each other.
Yeah, this is basically what WWE is.
That's pretty much right.
Yeah.
Okay. Micah knows this, obviously. I'm actually a longtime wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Love wrestling.
We used
to have crazy wrestling matches with neighborhood kids in our backyard.
Yeah, we'd have like neighborhood tournament wrestling matches. Mm-hmm. Somebody at one point had like an old school WWE intro cassette tape that had several of the intros. Mm-hmm. And we did a giant like backyard Royal Rumble.
And it was fantastic. Every time a new kid would come out, we'd play whatever intro song.
Yeah.
It was like Undertaker or
Hulk
Bam Bam
Hogan.
Bigelow or Vader. You know, any of those dudes.
Vader.
Yeah, he's dead. Rest in peace.
Sad
Time. But we would have crazy stuff. I got knocked out one time because we got into there was a time where Mankind, which if you don't know wrestling,
Mick Foley.
there was a character and his whole thing was like hardcore matches, which meant weapons of any sort, like nails or shovels and
chairs,
stuff
and
that would really hurt you. And so we would recreate these in the backyard. And one time my brother got, not Micah, my older brother got a one of those deer targets. It's like a big cinder block foam thing.
They're kind of heavier.
It's solid. Yeah. And I'm like standing over the kid, like punching him. And he's like, he picks up this huge foam cinder block and just hits me in the head with it. And I straight up got knocked out and fell off the trampoline. That's where all the matches were.
Yeah.
On the trampoline.
Always on the trampoline.
And woke up, on my back in the grass. I was just like, I don't know what's happened. Probably what's wrong with me.
This is why Cody has some really dark places he goes to, is from getting hit in the head as a child playing WWF. Back then it was WWF. And then they got their name taken by the World Wildlife Federation.
That's right.
Anyways, so I went to this match. So they had WWE SummerSlam in Smackville, which is like, oh, that's so creative because of like Nashville and Smashville and all the other stupid things people come up with.
Thursday Night SmackDown.
So they call it Smackville. It's fucking stupid. Anyways, I went in. We all dressed up. A lot of people were in like a lot of black attire, like black jeans, black cutoffs.
Wait, how did you dress up?
I dressed up with these cutoff jorts I'm currently wearing.
Yeah, we need
now
to talk
going to
about
be in my
these
regular
also.
rotation.
Okay.
Hey, they're back, baby.
I think I sent you a photo of my jorts.
Yeah, a while back. Yeah. So anyway, I wore some cutoff jorts, some combat boots, a cutoff a Coors t-shirt, a Coors Banquet t-shirt that I cut the sleeves off of, and I trimmed my facial hair down to where I only had a mustache and sideburns.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture later.
You put this on Instagram.
It was on my Instagram, but I'll share it
on
again.
The Beer Brothers.
Oh
Instagram.
yeah, I'll share it again. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't actually. Yeah, I'll share it again. I think I shared a group photo. Might have all been on mine.
You need to hashtag it Pussy Slayer. No, sorry.
No.
He said no. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
No. Okay. Anyways,
Jokes.
no, I was in a bar. I was actually walking down the stairs in this bar, and I think like somebody like kind of accidentally bumped into me, and his friend was kind of giving him shit about it, and he was like, "He's wearing combat boots to a bar. What the fuck am I supposed to do about it?" And then whoever was walking down the stairs behind us, it was in our group, was like, "It's WWE, bro!" Just right at him. I don't know why. You just had that big dick energy, you know?
Yeah.
So we went into the match. We were a little drunk. And it's all lower bowl seating in Bridgestone, so you pretty much good seats anywhere for the most part. Like we were a little further back, but still not bad. No, it was kind of crazy. I didn't expect to get into it as much as I did. Mm-hmm. One, there was this small child that looked like the kid from Stuart Little sitting in front of us. God, he loved every fucking second of it. So like he was getting hyped, and the more we drank, the more we were getting hyped, and then he was getting hyped that we were getting hyped. So we felt we had to keep like this whole energy up.
There you go.
To help entertain him. And it was just this like crazy thing because you realize like, yes, there's tons of theatrics. It's all theatrical. It's all predetermined theater. Yeah. The athleticism is actually fucking wild watching it live.
You're yeah, it's amazing.
When you're watching people somehow jump up on the ropes, backflip off the ropes, land their knees on a person's shoulder, and then backflip again, you're like, how the fuck is that even possible? And these ropes are not huge. I don't know how they're doing half this stuff. You got people like walking on them, and it's crazy. There was some wild shit in there.
Not to mention that most of the guys that are doing those flips are probably 6'3".
Yeah, they're like 6'3", big jacks, and they're crushing this whole thing. They should. Some of them have probably been football players or other types of athletes throughout their life. So yeah, we were just getting like super. I mean, there were some matches we were like very into everything that was happening. We kind of knew who was probably going to win just based on everything. There's a couple of bad guy wins here and there that we weren't happy about, but couple people trying to like antagonize the crowd of Nashville, saying that we're a bunch of dumb hillbillies and stuff like that. Just like wrong side of the state. This is a valley. The hills are on the other side.
You need to go to Chattanooga.
Yeah, go to Knoxville. Which I love Knoxville, but that's definitely where the hill people are.
That's where they start.
Good start over there on the east side. But yeah, it was just crazy because the theatrics are happening, and so you realize, like, yes, this is all theater and show, but you are also a part of the theater and the show. You have a part to play as the audience to, like, enhance the experience for everybody around you. So you're a part of the theater. It's genius. Like, the whole setup and everything they do. I never went as a kid, and I kind of hate that I never got to go, but, like, we didn't have a lot of money as a family. Yeah, I never got to go as a kid.
Me and John went to a WCW when it was, like, NWO, like big, like it was when
Red and Black Wolf Pack.
Yeah, like Razor Ramon and freaking Diesel.
It was when Bret Hart went over to WCW for a while.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't Razor Ramon. I think he changed his name, but anyway,
I think he was still just Bret Hart over there. He was Bret the Hitman Hart with WWF. And
but anyway, Razor Ramon's a totally different dude.
Yes, I'm just saying. I think Bret Hart went over to WCW.
Yeah, how about that time? You remember that time when Owen Hart freaking died live on pay-per-view?
You remember that one time Owen Hart died?
Yeah, the one time.
Yeah, pretty fucked up.
I didn't see it, but like,
I know what happened. No, there's like zero footage of it anywhere. Like they've erased all the footage of it.
One thing there's still footage of. Okay, do you remember Rey Mysterio Jr.?
Yeah.
Okay, Rey Mysterio Jr. left WWF or WWE.
Yeah.
Because of contract dispute or something. Went to Mexico.
Okay.
To be in their wrestling
like
federation.
luchador stuff, because that's what his whole thing was.
Yep, it was his thing.
Loved Rey Mysterio Jr.
He ends up killing a man in the ring by a like not a donkey kick, it's like a flying kick, you know,
like a drop kick sort of situation.
Drop kick. He hits him too high, hits him in the neck, breaks his neck immediately, and there's footage of it on YouTube still. Of this,
oh my god!
Like he hits him and the guy just collapses.
Damn, there was definitely some stuff in that match where I was like, I know that a lot of this is like predetermined. Some of it's technically in a sense fake. There was some stuff that looked like it fucking hurt. I mean, there were some times you could hear a boot hit a face from like across the thing. You just hear this, like across the whole stadium, and everybody's like, "God damn!" You know, and they're just taking it like champs. And you're like, Jesus. The crazy thing is, at the end, the main event was actually it was a woman's match. Was the main event because it had Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte Flair.
Ooh.
And she was.
Did she woo? Did she woo?
Everyone else did. She didn't do a woo, but everyone in the audience did. No, but she came out. She had this crazy like cape robe situation. It was all glittered out. Yeah. It was huge. She just walked out with her arms out like, I am Charlotte Flair. And we were so into it. We were so she actually didn't win the match. The way the 3-man matches work is the first one to pin somebody wins. You can lose and not be involved in the pinning situation at all.
Oh, okay.
So if you pin, you win. Otherwise, everyone else loses. So they had 2 of those matches. One was like 3 dudes. One of them was defending his belt against 2 rivals who had both like done fucked up shit to him, and he beat them both individually, so he had to beat them both together. And they teamed up in the middle of the match, like threw him into the staircase that like lines the thing, like knocked it off the edge. It was crazy. There was so much stuff going on. I was like, this is awesome. You know, like 12-year-old me was very excited.
Yeah. What I love about
if I was sober, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much, but drunk me was loving this.
You might have.
I mean, I would have gotten into it, but I definitely got into it the more I drank.
Here's what I love about this whole thing. We'll move on to the next beer. Is that you had no idea of storylines. You had no idea of anything that's being told. Yeah. And in wrestling, there's storylines. Like it's soap opera.
They gave us some highlights here and there. Yeah, it's super soap opera. They gave us some highlights.
Catch you up.
Yeah, they did.
You were into whatever story was being sold at that moment. And so you're into the story, but you're also part of the story. So it's like this whole rotating thing. I don't know. Wrestling's freaking cool.
The thing I think I loved about that match with the 3 dudes the most was the guy who was defending his belt, who came out. He was a part of a group that I'm actually aware of only through pop culture stuff, because it's him and it's either his brothers or friends. I'm not really sure like what their group is, but they're called The New Day. And that's their trio. And they do like trio matches.
I think I know.
And they're super into like anime and Dragon Ball Z and all these other things.
Runs.
Yeah, and they make it like they're super into it and they just go all out on it. And they're they have like very colorful shirts and like they have them drawn as cartoon characters and like all their shirts. Like they go all out. He comes out. He does this whole segment with this woman who's interviewing him before his fight, and he has his championship belt, and inside of his championship belt, he is tucked in like 20-something pancakes into this belt, and he's just like eating on one, and he like gives her one. It was like really weird. And so when he comes out, the two bad guys come out, and he comes out, and he's literally frisbeeing these fucking things, these pancakes around the audience, and he's getting some distance. I mean, from like his intro to the other side, like middle tier of the
awesome.
the back section. I mean, he was chucking these all over it, 3 at a time, just flinging them. I was like, man, I wish a pancake would come up here right now because I'm so drunk I would smash that pancake. Even though it's probably been against his sweaty body, but in that moment I probably wouldn't have thought of that.
You'd be like, oh no, and all your friends would be like, yeah.
Yeah, and then the next day I puke up and I have hepatitis. What? No, so yeah, that was like one of my favorite parts, just him throwing pancakes. I got super into that. I was like, this guy, he better fucking win.
That's all it takes. Show up and throw pancakes.
Throw pancakes, I'll be a fan. That's all it takes for me. I'm a simple boy. Our next beer is from Hutton and Smith Brewing Company. Let me see where they're at real quick. Sorry. Didn't really. Oh, Chattanooga. I didn't know that.
Hey-o.
Another Tennessee beer. Yeah, so Hutton and Smith Brewing Company out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And this beer is called The Good Schist. Abundant late additions and dry hopping with Huell melon highlight our American Pale Ale. Tropical and juicy with a firm malt backbone. This shit. Schist is definitely good. Yeah, so this is a 6% on the ABV, and they don't really give me any IBUs here on the can, so we'll just roll with it.
No IBUs, we're gonna figure it out.
Zero. No, it has some because they said it is dry hopped, so it's gonna have some IBUs. I'll look it up on the website and get it here in a second.
It's kind of light a little bit.
Oh, that's like a fruity dry hop.
A fruity dry hop.
It's pretty delightful, actually, for the most part. I like that. I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. Let me get those IBUs real fast. Let me do a quick pause. Okay, so on their website, they actually have another description of this beer. I think that helps a little more with like the actual flavor notes. They have a pretty good description there on the can. But this talks more about the profile. So it's tropical, citrus hop profile, balanced by a healthy dose of caramel malt. Has a medium body with a slight bitterness. That's pretty solid. That's a great description there.
You know, I thought for a second, as I was like, what am I getting in this? I don't like.
It's like a fruity caramel hop.
Yeah, the caramel is what was standing out to me. I was like, that's probably an off flavor. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think that would be what it was. Now you read that one. Okay, great. Didn't miss it.
Yeah. So the description on the can's good. The website profile I think is a little. I mean, it's pretty. They're both really good descriptions.
Yeah.
You almost need to put them all into one, I guess. Like throw it all into one place. Don't separate the descriptions. They didn't have the IBUs on the website. There are some in here. I'm gonna guess probably in like the 40 to 50 range. Not insanely hoppy, but a little hoppy. I think the fruit's overpowering a little bit of that.
Did I miss in the description the relation of the schist reference?
Schist is a coarse-grained metamorphic rock. No. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, unless all their stuff's based off rocks, like schist is.
Well, they do have they do have like pickaxes on the can, so that makes sense.
And mountains in Chattanooga, they have them, so maybe that's their thing.
That does make sense. It's on the trail there, so
okay. Just so you know, I mean, if you're a fan of us on Instagram, you'll see the can of this, but it's got like a map. Looks like there's a river, probably some mountain.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff. It's definitely some sort of Chattanooga
some topography going on.
So, actually, you're right. The website, like the other beers, are like belay on, which is a rock climbing term.
Okay.
They have another one. It's like Tectonic
cool.
Plates something like. So they're all in on like the mountain rock climbing terminology here. So schist is a rock formation apparently.
So if you're ever out there wanting to get risky, climbing some rocks, and you're like, I just want a beer while I'm out here, the good schist is your boy.
It's a good beer, man.
It is tasty.
So they're saying tropical fruit. They're saying this is melon. It's the Huel melon is the fruit you're getting there. It's a sweeter, hoppy beer. It's really good though. I do like that it's a tropical fruit versus like something a little sweet.
Here's this is we're gonna take a turn here. I told you in the break that I had brewed some of my own beer with a friend over the weekend, and we used Huel melon as one of our hops.
There you go.
So it's we're doing a strawberry kiwi Kolsch. Hopefully it's gonna be delish. We'll see. We might review it on here. It might be trash. Who knows?
We'll give it a shot.
Give it a tasty treat.
No, this is actually good. It's kind of getting better the more I drink. Sort of a beer. And that second sip was better than the first.
6?
Yeah, it's a 6%.
So
it's kind of a medium boy.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 things real quick, just for any of our listeners who drink beer regularly. 2 things. First of all, if you have anything over a 6, I'm gonna say the warmer it gets, not super warm, not like room temp warm, somewhere between 45 degrees and about 55, your flavor profile will open up. So it's going to be a little bit better the more you try it. Second thing, your glass. If your glass is super clean, you are going to see lacing, which is basically wherever you started the beer, every sip, you'll see a white lace of every sip.
Kind of like rings on a tree.
Yeah, so if you have a lot of dust in your glass, it's not going to lace well.
Yeah.
If it's super clean, it's going to be like, how much you sip, you're going to see like 14 different,
Ours are lacing decently. We're using the same glass. We're just rinsing them. We're not giving them a hard wash, but they're still lacing pretty decent because we're giving them a rinse.
Just want to let you know, if they're like, if somebody's like, the lacing on the whatever, it's like, well, if your glass is dirty as shit, it's not going to look good.
Yeah.
Anyway, just a note.
That's right. A lot of beer reviewers online, they'll talk about lacing, and it's like, that might not be the beer. That might be you. That might be the glass you're using. That might be the place you drank it at.
It might be your dishwasher.
Yeah. It might be that you suck at washing your dishes, or that's the same cup you've been using for 14 years because you're too dumb to buy another one.
Exactly.
Because you're a bachelor living alone. I have one plate, one cup, one set of silverware.
I eat TV dinners every night. Yeah. Anyway, okay, here we go. This is we're gonna do one more topic and then another beer because we ran over on some things.
Yeah, we're a little over because of the penis jokes.
Yep, pretty much. Found actually, I didn't find this. Carrie sent this to me to talk about today, and it's super cringe. Like, man, I don't know how I'd feel if a friend was this way. They have, found this article about this couple.
Okay.
And they collect things. Okay?
They're collectors.
Yes, collectors, and they collect plastic dolls. Fuck. Immediately you exhale. Fuck.
Okay.
They have over 200, as they refer to them, plastic children.
Fuck.
And they've known each other. They're married. It's like a thing. They don't have their own kids, but they cook with them. They take them to the store. They like walk them on the street. It's a whole thing. It's a whole like lifestyle.
Wait, did she say that this is people she knows?
No, this is no one I know.
Oh, God.
I said I didn't know how I would react if I went to a friend's house and they're like, yeah, I want you to come over and meet our children.
Was terrified that these people live somewhere near me.
Oh, I would take you there. If they live nearby, I'd be like, Micah, we're going to go
to the ground.
And do a documentary.
Good God.
So, I just want to know, what would your reaction be if you came over to my house and everything, that I talked about, like, oh, my kids, Carrie, everything was just a doll. I love the silence. Would you run? Would you just pretend it was okay? Would you be like, man, this is fucking weird. What are you doing?
It's confession time.
Let's go.
I would then pull out my doll. You've heard me talk about Lauren, right? Here she is.
She's not real. She's a pleasure
She's
robot.
a sweet, sweet pleasure doll.
Oh,
so fun. Oh my God. I literally don't. I think my brain would break if I saw that in person. Like, I thought I knew someone that, yeah, man. And like, somehow you've never seen pictures or asked about it. Like, maybe it's just somebody who has like a low profile on social media. Like, they don't really do that stuff. Yeah, okay. And you finally go over, like, yeah, I can't wait to meet them. And they're all dolls. I would think at first it's a practical joke. I would think it was a joke you were playing on me. That's a good joke.
Here, I'm glad you brought that up.
That's a fantastic joke.
No, yeah, it's great. But here's the thing, is that's what these people do. They post them in family pictures with the dolls.
Yeah,
like Christmas
listen,
photos.
I know that they're taking it as real. I'm saying this would be a good joke to play on someone that you've met and you...
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, imagine... That would be a great setup. Like, you bring someone over and then you just like start to show them these dolls and they're like, what the fuck? Just get their reaction out of them, and then like right as they are about to leave, like, wait, no, you can't go. You haven't met the rest of the family. And then like your real family shows up and you're like, no, I was just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. They're real. I just want to see what you do. Sorry, I'm a fucked up freak. Let's eat some pizza, yeah?
I don't think you'd I don't know if I'd stay. I think if I went through a night where I showed up at a house.
Oh, you couldn't do it for too long. It would only have to be like 5 minutes. You just want to get the initial reaction. If you do it longer than that, you're fucking losing. They will never be your friend. Unless that's what you want, and then it's a great ploy.
I don't know, man. How long is too long on that joke?
Like, more than 10 minutes, you've gone too far. You have to sell now you actually do have a doll family. Because you have to sell it forever.
Yeah, like I don't think you could convince them. You come back like, no, really, that was a joke. They're like, no, I was at your house for 2 hours.
I was there.
And you were dressing them, and someone shit.
You were kissing the doll like it was your wife. You had wedding pictures on your wall with the doll, dude. It's not fake. I know it's real.
I would actually like to set up a whole like thing. That would actually be fantastic.
Dude, so fucking good. Actually, a quick shout out. There's a guy on Instagram. I told him I would shout it out because he gave us a review.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, could you mention my thing? I listened to the show." And I was like, "Give us a review, I'll do it." And he did.
What did he say?
Well,
it sucks dick.
No, he actually said he liked it. He was kind of funny. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, his name is on Instagram. You can follow him at Lime Drop Garage, and it's just him dropping limes into different beers for no reason. And it's kind of goofy and simple and enjoyable. So thank you, Lime Drop Garage, for reviewing us and listening. He said, keep filling the dead air time on my way to work.
Yeah, one of the 5. If you're Lime in the Coconut or whatever, Lime Garage, whatever I just read.
Lime Drop
Garage. Sorry, Lime Drop Garage. If you're ever in Nashville, please send us a message. We'll get a beer with you.
For sure, man. If you're ever here. If any of the listeners of the 5, there's probably more than 5. Let's hope. Let's not kid ourselves.
You are known as the 5, okay?
Yeah, if you're a listener, you just assume you're one of 5, maybe 5 people.
We don't know.
We have no idea how many people actually listen. I never looked at the metrics because I'm scared. I'm scared of the metrics. It's depressing, and it makes me want to just quit my job and sleep all day.
Yeah.
But no, if you're ever in the city, please hit us up. We would love to grab a drink, hear what you have to say about the show, and
absolutely
just have a good time. Let's move on to our final beer of the day. We're going to wrap things up real quick.
All right, our final beer of the day is by Orpheus Brewing Company, which looks like in tandem with Bertline Brewing out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, cool.
They're
2 Atlanta, 2 Tennessees.
There you go. Hey,
all south.
All Southeast, baby. This is their Wandering Blues Blueberry Sour Ale. Wandering Blues, our blueberry sour, pays homage to Orpheus' departed love and the epic journey following his loss. It's fermented with fresh blueberries, juiced for us by Arden's Gardens, resulting in a delightful balance of depth and brightness.
Nice.
The
ABV 6.0.
6. Got some 6 guys on this. Here's my initial. Okay, when I took 2 big gulps, because that's the best way to sample beer is just get a gulp, not like a little sip. Get a gulp.
Yep.
Smell it first. Give a little swish. Smell it, then big gulp. And at first tasting was a little weird, and that's probably the sour part. But once it's settled, there's this nice blueberry pancake kind of deliciousness to it. So it's good. It's really good, but it might be unsettling at first.
Yeah. So Chris, who was on episode 15,
Stepbrother Chris.
Hello.
He's here.
He's here. He's in the background. He just sits in the background and he just listens because he likes it.
and he makes raw chicken.
Yeah.
And just eats it.
He just heats up. He just eats raw rice.
He
just
makes
dry
raw
rice right out of the bowl.
Right. Uncle Ben's raw ass rice
in its most organic form.
Yeah, he likes it as organic as it gets. He's a health boy.
Yep.
Anyways, so he enjoyed it. If anybody's listened to that episode, you know that Chris he's not a beer advocate. He's not a huge beer drinker, but he enjoyed it. He was like, "Yeah, I could down that." It's pretty delicious, I think. Reminded me of a very, very tart blueberry lemonade sort of flavor. It's usually what they're going for on these blueberry sours. I mean, blueberry is one of the more tart fruits that's not an actual citrus that you're gonna get.
What I like about this, I think the most, is that it does have a slight purple hue, which is typical of blueberry. I feel like anything that has fruit in it should have some sort of color.
Color of whatever the fruit is.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to me when it's like, oh, this is a blackberry ale, and it's like, well, this is crystal clear, like I just poured any regular
how much
golden
fake
blonde
shit did you put in?
Yeah,
here?
like what makes it taste like that? And maybe I'm wrong, brewers. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but it just feel like there's some fruits that have color, and if you put it into a beer, some of that color's got to come with it.
I agree. That's. I feel like that's a fair point because most of the time we've seen a couple of beers here and there that do that, and it's weird because they don't have the flavor profile. Like the flavor profile doesn't seem to match up because it doesn't, like, the color's off, the haziness is off. Like when you see fruity beers, a lot of times they're usually really hazy, especially when they're darker colored fruits. They're gonna have some sort of tint or hue with that color. This one's like that. It's a slight purple in there.
Yeah, kind
of turns into a little pink beer, which is nice. Blueberry lemonade, you would kind of expect that. Yellow, blue, get you a little pink color going on. So I like it a lot. It's very tart, very, very tart, but really good, refreshing, great conversion beer. Fantastic conversion beer.
Yeah.
Almost not. Well, it might not be a great conversion beer because it doesn't really give you the good feel of what a beer should taste like, what a beer would normally taste.
No, it does. No, it does. You got to let it sit a little.
That's true.
On the backside, there's a very good, clean, lager-esque
And the thing about conversion beers is it's not like we're trying to convert you into other beers. We're not trying to convince you to drink Bud Light. Conversion beers are just, is this a beer you could drink regularly in the community of people who drink beer? That's the point. So, yes, it is a good conversion beer in that sense.
I'm going to define that for you, at least in my perspective.
Yeah.
Conversion beer to me it is a beer that lends itself to more beer that is not fruity and not superly sweet.
Open up your mind.
Yeah, it
to
kind of
the beers.
I'll put it this way. When I first started eating steak, I had it my dad's way, which is shoe leather. Completely disgusting and gray. Like, let's just burn the shit out of it all the way through. It's gray and tough. But as I ate more of it and got around people that helped me understand the tenderness of it, like, hey, medium well, or medium, or medium rare. I've actually, gone as far as rare. It's like there's different levels within that, and so a conversion beer to me is, it's maybe not full beer, but it's a medium well beer. It's a beer that's like kind of on the edge of safety.
Open up your eyes.
Open them.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat because like a steak's a great comparison. Obviously, we've had the same steak experience with our father since we're brothers and all. You know, the whole point of the show. And no, I remember I had a friend in high school. He's like, "No, I'm gonna make you a medium well." Like it was a specific type of steak. He's like, "I'm gonna make you a medium steak." That's what it was. I'm gonna make you a medium steak, and you're gonna try it, and I promise you're gonna like it. And I was like, you know what, man? I've been trying to be a little more open-minded about this stuff, like food and shit, and you know, like penises and stuff. Well, I mean, no, wait. No,
Slap fight.
Sorry, food. We're talking about food. And hey, you know, nothing wrong. Don't yuck my yum. No, sorry.
Micah's tube steak experience. Here we go.
Exactly. There he is. You know, the old sausage casing. Fucked up.
You just lost this whole analogy.
Yeah, I lost it. No, but he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna make you a medium steak, and once you try it, you're gonna like it." And I was like, "All right, sure, whatever." He cooked it perfect. It's a perfect medium steak. And I crushed that thing. It was like, yeah, there's no going back. Once you actually experience a good medium steak, it's awesome. Now, I will say,
if you old
dog's new tricks. Dad, I made him a medium steak once, and I made him try it.
No, you got to walk him to the medium.
No. I did a medium well. Uh-huh. There was several layers. I had a medium well steak, I had a medium steak, and I had well done. I had all three in a whole grouping. Mom was into it. She's like, I never get to have steak like this. She loved it. She's like, I love medium steak.
Oh, LaWanda.
And Dad was like, okay, I'll give it a shot for you since you made it for me. And I was like, great. That's all I'm asking.
Good guy,
and he ate a bite of the medium, and he was like, I like it, but like mentally, I can't get around the pink meat. That was the thing. And so then he ate the medium well. And then he started eating around the pink. And I was like, Dad, do you want me to throw it back on for you? I will cook it more. And I got like mad at him. I was like, I'm offended. But no, he gave it a shot. And I liked that he gave it a shot, but he just can't do it. He likes to burn the shit out of hot dogs. Burgers, he's actually pretty decent at burgers. Like, sometimes he ever does. No, lately. I don't know if you've had a good burger from Mom and Dad's lately, but Mom preps them really well, so when he cooks them, no matter the temperature he cooks them at, they stay pretty juicy, even when they're well done.
Dude, they're fucking hockey pucks every time.
No, not. Yes. I promise you, they're not that bad lately.
Okay, next time
he's gotten a little better.
I want you to post a picture of the meat patty.
Yeah, I'll do it. Honestly, this was a great lineup. There was a lot of good beer here. Mm-hmm. This is tough.
Good stuff.
You know, the Hutton and Smith was pretty damn good. Like, if I'm thinking of one that stood out the most of the four, they were all really good beers. The slap fight was awesome. Man, the Sarca, this is really tough. I'm gonna go with the Hutton Smith, the Good Schist. It was the most recent. This last one's great, but it's very fruity, very tart. I've had a lot of those lately, and sometimes they kind of start to taste a little bit the same. The Good Schist tasted a little different. A little dry hop to it, that tropical melt. I love those like tropical IPAs. So it kind of had that same family feel to it. I think that's what I'm going with. I'm going with Hutton and Smith, the Good Schist.
I'm gonna agree with you for the fact that it was well rounded. Like Slap Fight and Sarca both had some kind of extreme notes to them. That not that I was opposed to, but I just was like, all right, well, they are what they are.
Yeah, they're good.
The Orpheus Brewing, Wandering Blues, is good and refreshing, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just not huge on sours.
Yeah,
for the most part, they're great and they're like an adventure. It's like, oh, here's normal, fun stuff, whatever, and they're good to go try. What I love about the Hutton Smith is it had enough like spice, enough like body and everything else to make it just freaking good. So loved it.
All right, well, that's the show. We went on a little longer than I think we wanted to, so hopefully I cut down enough penis jokes Thanks for
That's up to
listening.
you.
I'm Micah.
I'm Cody.
This is the Beer Brothers. I'm Chris. And that's Chris.
He's Chris.